Welcome to Melon, episode 10.
The 55th episode of Skibidi
In episode 10, we are following a team of Dutch, Apple, Orange.
Was the Titan cameraman able to destroy the UFO?
I know last episode was Deadpool and Soul Man.
Watch the video to the end. It'll be interesting. Let's go.
But we're back to the POV of these guys. By the way, Dutch is a new member. In this episode, we're hunting an Get the text off stream. Stop spoiling the episode.
He doesn't need to flush them. Maybe it's just
okay, thank you.
A lot of Skibidi toilets. So some he flushed and some he destroyed with plungers. Among the toilets was the Skibidi helicopter, because we see the rotor lying. Also notice that the plungerman's lower camera is no longer glowing. It's still as black as it was in episode 52. I guess the glow is needed at night for better visibility. Too bad we didn't get to see what the camera was for. Then we see the same squad with a tank, which was at the end of the 53rd episode. As I understood, the battle against the Skibidi toilets takes place on a
It's gonna be laggy, isn't it?
Because Defook did not show the name of the map in the description and did not leave a link. At the top,
I'm not recording this in slow.
When we look at the same place further on, the writing is no longer there. So it's an Easter egg left by the author on purpose. I have a few guesses who this inscription is about. It could be about the speakermen. We've seen them less and less in recent episodes. Maybe they'll come back and we'll see the Alliance together again. For now, the cameramen are mostly fighting the Skibidi. I explained in detail about where here too in another video. Check it out after watching this video. It is about both speakermen and TV men. In episode 44, joint speakers and symbolically united. It's also possible that it's about G-Toilet and the infected speakermen. They too were probably improved by Skibidi scientists, because we haven't seen them for a long time. And it's possible that Defook is referring to a new species of cameraman. We saw a similar inscription in episode 52, along with the appearance of the camera woman. Maybe we'll see her with her friends in the new episode.
I think they've just killed them.
Someone is coming, which means we are looking forward to something interesting in the
Something's wrong.
The Skibidi helicopters that attacked
that fight was too easy.
We're seeing more and more of these Skibidi. It's also unclear what this is due to, as they were destroyed easily, just like regular toilets. But the Skibidi triple bathtub surprised me.
There's something
we saw
here.
Something like that in episode 41, but this one looks much stronger. Also, it's a gray bathtub. It has a jetpack and lots of grenade launchers. I don't understand what's on the back of this.
Something's
some kind of
here.
defense or something. Note this point. The Titan cannon destroys one of the Skibidi heads from the inside. We see the head fall back into the bathroom.
Well, right.
Yes! Excitement is just one chat away.
Launchers at the bottom of it. But notice how it smoothly keeps going underground. Is this a bug, or maybe there's just sand around it? Also notice how the flames from the jetpack are coming from the side while the turbines are looking down. This is definitely a feature of the textures from this animation. Notice this thing behind Titan's back. It's his hammer, yes, but it's a little different. As we remember, the hammer has two sides. One to attack and the other is a jetpack turbine to boost hammer blows. So this one has spikes on both sides like a meat hammer. I don't know where the jetpack disappeared to, but I hope Defook just forgot to add it. If the hammer is weaker, the Titan is not so strong anymore, because he also lost his cannon in this episode. But more on that later. On the building, you can see a poster with a bright green picture on it. I don't understand what it says, but it reminds me of...
Okay, I guess whatever the hunting has a net.
I think it is connected with the appearance of the radioactive toilet, but we'll talk about it a little later. Note the Skibidi UFO that destroys the engineer helicopter. He still doesn't teleport in the same way. In episode 53, where he appeared for the first
Okay, the
time,
hunting song with a net.
the fact that he does not teleport, but flies very fast. By the way, one of the helicopters is shot, and the rotor comes off. Titan immediately decides to help the engineers and flies out to fight Skibidi UFO. By the way, there are no sounds, and most likely the UFO just flew away.
Wait, what? That's an alien.
Has that can destroy the Skibidi UFO is the magnetic arm. If you magnetize it, it's unlikely to fly away. By the way, check out that blue glow behind Titan Cameraman's head. I really hope it's not a parasite. Because we remember that parasites give off a similar electric glow when they infect someone. It's more of a similar color to the camera woman's glow. And it's very possible that she's controlling Titan Cameraman.
Okay. Something just happened.
If you want it, write in the comments and I'll be sure to do it. And at this point,
I'm not even gonna question what just happened. Oh, but I've still got the money
it
up on the
appeared
side.
right in its place by itself. And this is where I got really upset. I had suspected the TV men of betrayal for a long time and recently decided that they were fine. They were still helping the cameramen. But then, why does one of the Skibidi mutants have the ability to teleport? Moreover, he doesn't just teleport. He also creates a black cloud around himself like the TV men. I don't think that technology could be stolen that easily. Maybe some TV men have been taken hostage by the Skibidi toilets. Then I'm not surprised that Skibidi scientists could steal this technology and use it in one of his crazy inventions. So meet the
We're gonna have to kill the alien.
Shocked by this one.
I think the best bet would be.
On this monster at all. What's more, the acid pouring
I think the best bet would be to go save
the large cameraman's arm
that other
had melted.
alien, predator, whatever the hell
falling
about.
apart from this powerful acid or radiation. By the way, you can clearly see in the beginning that the plunger man is a robot. I say this because many of the cameramen had skin, but the further you go, the more often we see mechanical parts instead of a neck. Perhaps
Go on, Apple.
Human, but that's a topic for a different video. Remember that this squad in episode 53 had red lights on their guns. I assumed that the guns would be combat weapons because the guns that paralyze with a blue beam had blue lights. But it turned out that these guns also shoot a blue paralyzing beam.
Okay, I guess we're just killing each other.
The gun is off. Back to the radioactive toilet. When he turns, you can see a red tube instead of his neck. I'm pretty sure he's not alive. He's completely robotic. He has mechanical prosthetics attached to his bones that are supposed to move by remote control. There's probably electronics in his neck and a tube to pump waste out of a barrel. This barrel is just connected to a toilet, which is where the tube extends from.
Can I
There are two
stand?
more barrels underneath.
Can Dutch stand?
Possibly
Yes,
filled
his
with
name's
toxic
Dutch.
substance. So if you destroy it,
Totally
and
not an
damage the
Easter
barrels,
egg,
everything
totally.
around it will start to melt. His skull disappeared somewhere when Titan fired the cannon at him. I think it just broke off since this whole structure looks pretty flimsy. Notice that Titan Cameraman's cannon malfunctioned. Maybe it's because he shot it too close. Maybe it's because of that writing we noticed in episode 51. And Titan did something wrong. A more likely possibility is that the cannon also started melting from the poisonous vapor in the tank.
I think they're going towards the noise that they heard from the tree beam, bro.
The Titan took the cannon off his arm too easily, as if it wasn't attached at all. But unfortunately, the cameraman now had one less weapon. I hope his hammer is okay. You can also notice that Titan now has no flash, although he had one earlier. His main camera was also white before, but now it's black. This shows that he is improved with new, more durable materials. Now note that the POV cameraman never once shot at any enemy. All of his partners attacked Skibidi, and he just walked
Oh, we're being attacked.
Also, he didn't run away with the others from the radioactive Skibidi toilet. Could be the POV cameraman scientist, or maybe a traitor. One of those who was not happy about Titan's appearance in episode 50. It's also possible that it's just to give us a better view of what's going on in this episode. Even so, last episode we saw the POV cameraman firing such a cannon. Either way, I'm enjoying what's going on in the new episodes of Skibidi Toilet.
You've killed it!
Watch my theories and new episode analysis.
Okay, well, I could have came clutch. It's dead. And it's shaking. Thanks, Orange, really. You can still save it.
About the speakerman.
Might die.
Disappeared to in the last episode. What happened to Titan? What unusual speakerman you probably didn't notice
still
in the past
alive.
episodes? Watch the video to the end.
But no,
it's going to be interesting. Here we go.
Dutch, stop
The
using
first time
superpowers.
we see the appearance of the speakerman is in episode 24. Before that, the Titan cameraman had lost in a battle with the G toilet and was improving in the lab. The cameraman started losing the battle against the Skibidi toilet.
Okay, I guess that's
Then one of the speakermen flushes the multi-headed spider and saves us. We see that a huge army of speakermen is now fighting on our side. That's how the Alliance came to seconds later,
Totally
there's a
understood
crowd of
every word he
speakers
just
walking
said.
by. As we remember, the cameramen are definitely robots. They can be repaired after they've been sawed in two. I'm assuming the speakermen are exactly the same kind of robots. They have very similar technology. There's the regular cameraman and the speakerman, the big ones. There's the speaker spiders as well as the camera spiders. There's a flying vehicle in both camera and speaker form. Well, and both teams have titans. You'll say that the cameramen also have scientists, but apparently the speakermen have scientists too. Here we see one of them infected and running to attack. There's one difference. We see the scientist cameramen inventing new technology. They created a camera toilet, improved the Titan, made anti-parasite cannon, a cyborg scientist, etc. But I don't remember any invention by the speakerman scientists. Also, we see that engineers are also cameramen, and they recover the wounded and take them to the cameraman base. The speakermen are also there, but not the scientists. It looks like they came from another location where they have all the same things. But the only aid squad sent to the cameramen is the help force for the war against the Skibidi toilet. Many of you have noticed that the speakermen are running out. There are fewer and fewer of them in the last few episodes.
For a fight.
I think it is related to something I said earlier, but I have a great explanation for it. I'll tell you about it at the end of the video. Now, I'd like to point out that we once saw a speakerman with a black speaker. As we remember, the plunger cameraman has a black camera, and he's much stronger than the others. Also, the gray toilets are stronger than the regular toilets. I think this guy has more power than the regular speakerman. We don't see him to see him become one of the main characters along with Plungerman. Along with the appearance of the speakermen, we may see vans with speakers on the roof. We immediately saw a similar technology in the cameramen back in episode 3. However, if the speakers are clear, the camera is needed is not.
Why did he go and visit? He took the body.
What is happening. By the way,
He took
many
the
people
body.
noticed in episode 50 that some of the
He
guys
made the
standing
body
around
go and
didn't show
visit and then
thumbs up.
disappeared himself.
I assumed it was the speakerman, but it wasn't. Note that all the speakermen on the base are wearing suits, while the cameramen are wearing coats. Only the scientist cameramen are wearing white suits. And these two characters are also wearing
Okay, we
coats.
cover
So they're
himself in
cameramen.
mud.
And for some reason, they're not happy about the Titan's arrival.
Just
Maybe
imagine.
we'll see a betrayal within the cameraman faction and a separation.
Just
into clans.
imagine to cover
But even if
themselves
these
in
two
mud.
guys were speakermen,
Because
they
there's no
wouldn't
mud.
show thumbs up.
The Melon.
As we remember,
Melon.
the cameramen
It
showed
doesn't
this
exist.
sign in two cases. If everything's good and if they want to like the video. By the way, if you haven't done that yet, now is a good time. Meanwhile, the speakerman's gesture is a dance. But it's not so clear. The cameramen used to dance the same way. Back in
Okay.
episode 3, we see a dancing
We
cameraman.
know what the
just like
hunting,
here.
we know what
Even
it's
the big cameraman
season.
used to do the same dance. But after the speakermen showed up, the cameramen stopped dancing and started giving the thumbs up. Episode 29 is the last time we put them dancing together. But unfortunately, they were all destroyed by a glitched toilet. By the way, check out the helicopter speakers. The cameraman and the speakerman have the same
It
technology
can't just go in this.
and didn't have a helicopter.
Where's Apple?
They didn't get one until episode 52. So this technology was probably invented faster by the speakermen. Although maybe they just stole it from the Skibidi toilets, because we see their helicopters in 22. But what about
If it
Titan
beats.
Speakerman? I think he's the weakest Titan of the three so far. He only has a grenade launcher and a jetpack. Meanwhile, Cinema Man Titan had mechanical blades on his back, a hook on his right arm, and speakers on his chest along with a TV. I won't even compare the Cameraman Titan. Once improved, he became a machine for destroying Skibidi toilets. That being said, Titan Speakerman has human skin on his neck. You can see it right here in episode 28. By the way, notice this little toilet listening to the Mafia talk. One viewer noticed that in the full video of
2 seconds, guys.
its place. I love it when viewers notice things I couldn't. So write your observations in the comments. It'll be interesting to read. Now let's discuss where the speakerman gone in the last few episodes, and was this big guy the last speakerman? I think not. There have been a lot of them. As we remember, the
So,
infected
guys,
Titan is now helping the G-toilet.
The hunting
In episode
something called the
35, when scientists were testing
Predator.
the anti-parasite
The
cannon,
Predator.
G-toilet and the infected speakerman found
No, so he's no illegal man.
Either the G-toilet can locate other toilets, including parasites, or the Titan speakerman can see where other speakermen are. But note that the speakerman started disappearing after episode 50. That's when the Skibidi found the cameraman's base and attacked.
Okay.
There were definitely no
That was probably
there,
useful.
but the speakermen were. So Titan tracked down where the other speakermen were located and helped to find the base. I have a couple guesses as to why the speakermen started disappearing. The first is that the cameramen realized that the infected Titan had the ability to locate speakermen, and they stopped taking them into battle. After all, then Skibidi toilets can recognize all positions and attack the agents stealthily. But then the question arises,
He's
what
hit
is
it.
this big speakerman
He's
doing here in
hit.
episode 53? By the way, he's the one that Skibidi's UFO flew up to. Perhaps he was given the location of the speakerman. If this theory is correct, then the Alliance has decided to either keep the speakerman on the base safe, because the Skibidi
He's
already know where
injured.
it is, or they've sent them away to safety at all. But there's another option. The speakermen are running out. Maybe it really was 1-8 squad for the cameramen, and they're not coming anymore. But that begs the question, why aren't the destroyed
So,
speakermen
since
being
he can
repaired?
kill the
And it seems to me
predator,
that
the predator is with the
scientists
bullet.
just don't have the technology. They can repair the cameramen and the camera, but not the speakers. Then I have a third theory. What if the cameraman scientists take the destroyed speakermen and remake them into cameramen? They have an advantage because, as we found out in the last video, the cameras are constantly recording everything that happens. So the scientists can look at everything the soldiers encounter on the base
So
and
some
record
would
it.
top it off.
By the way, about recording cameras, remember how mysteriously the Fook appears on the battlefield in different
No,
locations?
his arms came off.
What if he's in this show as a war reporter?
Predator's arms
He
came off.
watches the battle and then collects the camera footage of the destroyed cameramen. We saw something like that in episode 47. That said, we saw him in episode 48 watching from the POV scientist cameraman. Moreover, the scientist was improved. Most likely, Dafook is on the Alliance side, or he's just a
16
neutral
minutes
party.
and already.
Perhaps he'll never
And
reveal
they've
himself
already
as an
made it
active
bleed,
character in the
so
series,
they are
since
going
he's
to
the
kill it.
creator. Or it would have to happen epically, like if the plunger cameraman is destroyed, Dafook could intervene in the episode and save him. But that's just my guess. I thought the TV men were traitors, but then TV Woman shows up in episode 54 and helps the cameraman. So they're just doing something else. Maybe they're repairing Titan Cinema Man or
Okay,
something.
well,
It's more
I doubt
likely the
Dutch is
speakermen are
dying
doing the same
anytime
thing.
soon.
Titan has attached the speakers and symbolically merged the two races of the Alliance
So if
into
Dutch
one.
can't
Now
die,
they have
is
to
what
work
I'm
together
getting.
to repair him and possibly
But he
upgrade
isn't a villain.
We also see the cameramen defeat the Skibidi toilets in recent episodes and kick them out of their territories. I think they are advancing towards the Skibidi toilet base or something similar. Their goal is to free
Okay.
Titan Speakerman. I'm sure we'll find out what the
They
reason for
need
the missing
to
Speakerman
figure
is
a
when
way
we
to
see the
kill
big
this
lump that
beast.
they're Titan. Also, the series
Go
is
examine the
lacking
blood
speaker.
apple.
And like I said, an elite Speakerman similar to Plunderman. And soon we're going to have
Don't
the
lag.
55th episode where we're going to learn a lot more. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss his analysis. Also watch the analysis of past.
How was it?
Tough, but don't worry, we got the shoes.
She can be,
Hi everyone! When I found the new 54th episode of Skibidi Toilets, I was sure I was watching a parody. But it turned out that this video was made by Dafook, and I think it's the funniest one of all. But at the same time, it has a lot of hidden things and secrets, and that's what I'm going to tell you about in this video. Who is the cyborg scientist? Why is the cameraman in love with TV Woman? How the TV men help the cameraman in weaponizing, and what dangerous technology Skibidi Toilets...
All they need to do is break his mask, and then the perfect.
Let's go. First, we see a cameraman in a brown suit looking at a picture of TV Woman. I immediately started
Break his
comparing it to a
mask.
POV cameraman from episode
Break
49,
his cloak.
but it was dark. Even after I processed the photo, I couldn't get the exact color of his suit. But I found other similarities. The brown cameraman is looking at this photo, but this is the shot he saw, and it is exactly the same as the shot from episode 49. It could also have been the other cameraman who was also teleported out of the burning city by TV Woman. But I don't remember there being any guys in brown coats. So this is the agent from episode 49. I also made a second conclusion from here. Cameramen... Because it all
You just shot him?
Apparently, this is necessary for scientists to use the records of the destroyed agent's cameras to
That's his
understand
mask
what
off?
weapons are used by the Skibidi toilets, and to improve the cameramen. Also pay attention to the flush lever near the toilet. We'll come back to it later. By the way, this is the first episode where a flushed Skibidi has his flushing lever next to him. Now notice the 3 glowing blue points on the cameraman's guns.
So we can't turn invisible in this episode.
Glowing red
Amazing.
spots. Perhaps these are different guns.
Okay, now where he just turned.
We can see how the blue mode fires. It paralyzes the Skibidi toilets. The red mode probably destroys them, or it means the cannon.
Nice to go these leaps.
Didn't use it in episode 49.
No, you can't know
Notice
it.
the effect of these cannons. The Skibidi toilet stops and starts shaking. Dafouk even showed this effect on the same toilet so we can understand the reference. In episode 39, that's exactly how the same toilet was shaking because of the TV Man effect. So the TV men didn't just disappear to recover their Titan. They were working on a weapon for the camera. And yes, I take it back. They're not traitors. I guess I was wrong to suspect them, and you were right. But why are we seeing the same
Dutch,
toilet
get
that
up.
was
Dutch,
flushed in
get up.
episode 39 again? Maybe they produced them in large batches, or maybe just a new Skibidi was transplanted into this toilet because it is powerful enough. I talked about the fact that you can transplant a Skibidi from one toilet to another in the last video.
I'm not even gonna question why we should go in the skull.
Also, the slap from Cameraman is a reference to Speakerman Titan. That's also how he slapped the Mafia boss in the face in episode 28. I think it's not just a gesture that the cameramen remember him. It's also a hint that we'll soon see him cured of the parasite. I'm really hoping
Somebody's being
also
hunted
notice
for
how these guys
skulls.
stun all the toilets. Although later we see the toilets are upside down. So this agent flushed
He's just
them all and
taking
flipped them
somebody's
over.
skull.
We hear it in the sounds before the POV cameraman flushes another toilet. By the way, he didn't just flush him, he also climbed up onto the rim of the toilet with his feet. A Skibidi spider appears on the roof, and it's the first gray toilet spider we see. But there's clearly something wrong with him. Why does he have a white flushing lever while the other spiders, even the whites, don't? That said, in episode 41, the spider still managed to flush himself. Perhaps they all have a flushing lever. Dafouk just doesn't make that detail in every video. Anyway, we see a
He killed Dutch?
ground here. Why then does
Oh,
the
the poor
white flush lever? That's still not clear to me. By the way, while I was exploring the Skibidi spiders from past episodes, I noticed that a large knife is sticking out of the spider's neck in episode 53. It looks like it's the big speaker man. They have forgotten about them too and are giving them weapons. It's also strange that the improved spider has no flush protection, although all the other toilets in this episode have one. There are 2 batons hanging behind the big cameraman's back, one of them with the electric part turned upwards. And when he takes it out, he gets electrocuted, but it doesn't matter. After a second, he gets destroyed by a glitched Skibidi toilet anyway. Wonderful. This baton was so orange.
He's being
because
launched?
I thought they were black. But then I lightly processed the photo from last episode, and the tip of the baton is actually the same orange color. I think it's that cameraman who's a fan of the Plunger Man from last episode. He carries his batons behind his back, just like Plungerman carries his plungers. Too bad he was destroyed. He was a funny guy. Well, what about the glitch toilet? He's clearly become more accurate. In episode 29, he didn't always hit the agents head on and sometimes just crashed into their body. But this time, he was able to destroy 3 cameramen in a row by ripping their cameras off. Meanwhile, notice how quickly the scientists at the base reacted. They immediately sent TV Woman, a cyborg cameraman, and a helicopter with engineers to help them. From the TV Woman's face, she didn't teleport in on her own. It looks like she was sent here unexpectedly by the scientist cameramen. We already assumed in the analysis of episode 49 that the TV men's movements are controlled by scientists, and it's confirmed this time. We also see how powerful the jetpack on TV Woman's head is. It spins her head around at an insane speed. Notice how quickly Skibidi Toilet has fallen under.
He's arming the bomb.
A lightning bolt appears behind his back, which means he's getting ready to accelerate. Even so, he stops quickly under the influence of hypnosis. The TV Woman would not be able to take control of him, because to do so, the parasite would have to fly behind the Skibidi's back. During that time, he would be able to fly away and destroy a couple more cameramen. But the cyborg came to the rescue. At first, I thought it was an exoskeleton for a normal scientist.
Got you. Right.
See this moment. His jacket is cut off like this. This is the same scientist who was sawed in half in episode 48. It seems like he couldn't be repaired after that, but he could be improved. Also the same anti-parasite Parasite cannon from episode 48 is back in his inventory.
Why
We
around the
also see
bomb?
new TV cannon, like the other cameramen have. It's kind of a laser cannon, or a grenade launcher. And this is apparently the weapon he used on the glitched toilet. It has a different effect. This dart doesn't hypnotize or destroy the Skibidi. Rather, it paralyzes them. The glitched toilet doesn't shake like from the TV cannon effect. In this case,
Okay, I guess the bomb isn't gonna explode.
Toilets. We see their heads hanging down. Here, it's like all the Skibidi's muscles
Explode.
are contracted so he can't move. But he's alive.
Come on,
I'm
do
sure the
it.
scientists chose
Stop it.
It is the exact technology that is more powerful than all guns and plungers. One TV woman will not be enough to stop an army of these glitched toilets or Skibidi UFOs.
Dutch
So I
is
hope
dead.
scientists find a way to resist these creatures. The cyborg has some weird
Dutch
stuff on
is
his feet.
very,
Probably
very
better
dead.
kick the Skibidi toilet. He's got a Polaroid camera on top. It's probably just a regular camera, but I think it's a weapon against parasites. It can turn on automatically when someone tries to take control of the cameraman.
Oh, Dutch is
Also,
dead.
this cyborg looks a lot like the Skibidi monster from episode 49, but made of more durable materials instead of junk. Note the 3 engineers. Most of the broken cameramen are lying around here, but the engineers just ran by. There's only one agent in the distance, but they all decided to run in his direction. That looks weird. What about this moment? I think this brown cameraman symbolizes
Ad
the
break,
whole
and
internet
it's
that
literally
starts
the end of the episode.
It looks like she didn't
Stupid.
want a hug, but as we remember, she's probably being controlled by the scientists in the lab. Then it makes sense why she was teleported away, since they're in a hot spot. No time for hugs. But I hope that once they're safe, TV Woman is sure to respond
Okay, well,
to this camera.
I guess that's the end of the episode.
We see robot love.
Have you
Although maybe
got
it's not
anything
love,
to say?
it's part of hypnosis. Remember at the beginning of the
Well,
video, I
anyways,
said
I
to pay
want to
attention
go.
to the flush lever, which is near the toilet. Here we
Okay,
see
well,
that the
you've got
toilet
nothing
is
to
next
say.
the TV
Dutch?
unit. But here the toilet has suddenly moved further
There's
away,
no
and the
helicopter.
cameraman has to run to the TV woman. And the
But
flush lever
anyways,
remains in
as
the same
always,
place.
as I always make
It's
these
probably
videos,
not
I say the
someone
same
else's
thing.
ability. It
So
was the
peace,
thief
like, and
himself.
subscribe, and peace, you pizza.